All right, guys, happy Wednesday and welcome. I am so excited that you took a couple of minutes out of your Wednesday morning to join me for this training. I have been wanting to do a training like this for a little while because I think it is so important to kind of have your own way of doing things when it comes to our business. And if you have any questions throughout this, please feel free to drop them in the chat. I will try to answer them at the end of the presentation. But first and foremost, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about me in case you don't know me. My name is Jackie Worley. I am a 3-star Diamond Lifetime coach. I was a Premier Coach this year, and I am 1 point away from being a Premier Coach for 2022. So I'm really excited about that. I have been coaching for about a little less than 2.5 years. I was a high school teacher before becoming a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids. They are 4 and 5. I've been married for 9.5 years, and I am a true product of the product. I started with Beachbody about 3.5 years ago. I lost 65 pounds, and I really just felt so compelled to help other people so that they could really experience these challenge groups from their own homes. And I just love Beachbody. I love everything that it stands for. I love our supplements. I love challenge groups. And I brought that to my team. And I want to show you guys today why it's so important for you to have your own message, your own branding. It's one thing to, piggyback off of your coaches, coach sneak peek calls and piggyback off their challenges and piggyback off of their, boardrooms that they have on Facebook. But I found it extremely effective and powerful in 2020 when I started running my own challenge groups. I provide these for all of my challengers and all of my downlines challengers. Anybody who wants to get in on these is more than welcome. The more the merrier. And I typically do free groups that then go into challenge groups. And I'm going to kind of break this down for you to help you understand what I do. I run these every 4 to 6 weeks or so, but I want to first tell you why I think it is so important that you run your own challenge groups. First of all, customer retention, right? So when you first sign up somebody as a customer or a coach or now a preferred customer, any of the 3, you want them to keep coming back. And by coming back, what I mean is buying Shakeology every single month or the Performance Line every single month or both, right? Making sure that they are getting in on these new product and new program launches so that they are on the up and up, right? When Job 1 launches, that is a huge opportunity for you to ride a wave of momentum that is happening in your business. And by having an effective challenge group and an effective accountability group, you can have your challengers be right there in the trenches with you and continue to purchase product from you. That is one of the categories of the Road to Elite is customer volume, right? Having your customers actually purchase things throughout the year. Coach recruitment, right? So the people who are in my challenge groups, and one of my coaches, Allison, is actually on this call right now. And it's somebody who I saw in my challenge group just kicking ass and taking names. And I was like, you're a coach. I know that you are. And I just kept asking her. And eventually she joined me. And now she's one of my diamond coaches. But this is how I find my best coaches is by running these challenge groups. You add value to them, right? So when I throw somebody, and I don't mean it to sound that way, but when I throw somebody into Monica or Christina's challenge groups, sure, they're engaging. And sure, Monica and Christina and Veronica, they all do an amazing job of running challenge groups. But if I have a brand new customer who just joined me, they want to see me. They want to see me adding value to them. They want to see me giving them meal plans and recipes and tips. And that's where I have in my accountability group, that is where I provide them with that value. You want to have those repeat challenge pack and completion pack sales, right? So when you have those customers in that challenge group or in that accountability group, they're going to want to keep coming back for more. And so when you get that year of Beachbody On Demand subscription that it's about to renew, a lot of the times, and I'm seeing that more this year, 2021, because it's my 3rd full year of coaching, a lot of times people will be more than happy to upgrade to a challenge pack, help you get those points and get those supplements for an amazing, amazing deal. And they're fun, right? It adds a whole nother element to your team, is fun, challenging, engaging groups that can really help them to not only see the value of exercise, but to get real results so that they feel super good in their skin and eventually possibly want to join you as a coach. And that's the key to growing this business and your income. So I've been talking a little bit about challenge and accountability groups. I just want to tell you how I see them as very, very different and how I run each one differently. A challenge group is something that is time sensitive. I typically run my challenge groups anywhere from 2 weeks to about 4 weeks, never typically longer than 6 weeks, unless we're doing a specific challenge group challenge, or excuse me, program challenge. So, 645 is 13 weeks. I didn't run a challenge group for 13 weeks. Instead, I ran a Alada Amwala challenge that was 4 weeks long. So anybody could join it that was doing any Amwala workout, which I thought was very important because I'm including my current challengers who don't necessarily want to do 645, but they want to be included in my challenge. So it has a time sensitive start and end date. I give incentives and prizes. So this month I'm giving away t-shirts. I've given away Recover, Energize, Collagen, beach bars. I've given away multiple prizes and one big prize. You can do this however you want to. I know apparel is on sale right now for like $15 to $20. It not only adds to the volume of your downline, I order these through my spouse account or my second CVC, but it also helps incentivize your challengers to join the challenge and to participate in the challenge. I focus on a specific trainer or program. So like I said, last month I did Alada Amwala, and then this month I transitioned that group into Alada Autumn. So instead of doing Amwala workouts, we did autumn workouts. So you could choose any autumn workout. It could be, 9-week control freak, 21-day fix. It could be body. And I thought that was very important that people had a choice in what they could do for their workouts. I get participation from current challengers. And again, I find this to be super important. Yes, I want to ride that wave of a brand new program like Job One that's coming out in December, but I don't want to abandon my current challengers and just say, sorry, because you're not purchasing this new program, you're on your own. Yes, I want to tell them how amazing it is and how valuable it would be to join me. And a lot of them will, but I don't want to leave those other challengers out in the cold who don't necessarily want to do Job One. Maybe they're in the middle of 645 and they want to do that. That's fine. That's where my accountability group comes in, but I always invite them to be part of my challenge group. It's always effective for new clients to have these challenge groups because they feel like they are joining something that other people are going to be in it with them. They're doing something with other people. They have that accountability. They have that group motivation, and that's very, very important. And when I have incentives or prizes, I base them off of participation. So I have one post that goes up that's going to be about logging your workouts, and another post that goes up that's logging your supplements. And I do this intentionally because I want people to log their workouts. I think that's very important. They log them, they get a point for every single log that they put in there or comment that they put in there, but they also get a point for every supplement log that they put in there. So if they're drinking Shakeology, Energize, and Recover, they can literally get 3 points in one day, or 4 if they log their workout right, because they're ordering so much product. And I think it's very important to kind of reward those customers who are purchasing so much product by giving them a t-shirt if they win that challenge. An accountability group is something that I run year round, right? So every month I change the theme of that accountability group so I can continue to invite new challengers who don't necessarily want to participate in the challenge that I have going on. They want to maybe do their own thing, but they want to have a hub that they can kind of go back to. It's ongoing. It never ends. It adds value and support. So anybody who's in my challenge group is also in my accountability group. They get invited to both. I only encourage them to log their workout and supplements in one place. So if they're in my challenge group, they're only logging there, but the hub for the accountability group is for meal plans, recipes. I give tips. We have daily, or I should say every couple of day engagement posts in there. And a lot of times it has nothing to do with fitness, right? I'll be like, what's your favorite restaurant to eat at? Or, what's your favorite color and why? Or when's your anniversary or whatever. And I'll also put things in there like, where do you get your leggings from? Do you have anything that you would like to share with the group as far as a recipe goes? What's your favorite trainer? So I'd like to keep the engagement high in there, but it's definitely not as high as the challenge group. The challenge group always has more going on because people are truly locked into that challenge. Anybody can participate in the accountability group as long as they are in my downline or my personally sponsored coach or customer. And I do offer monthly workout and supplement logs. I haven't done prizes for my accountability groups because I want people to kind of go into those challenge groups. I don't want them to always just be in the accountability group. So I give them little nuggets in the challenge group to commit to either doing a challenge or doing a program. Alrighty, so the challenge group setup. Again, official start date and end date. So for me, my next challenge group is going to be starting on December 1st. I'm not only doing the Body Health Bet 2 that Monica's doing, I am, going to go under her for that, but I'm also going to be promoting Job 1. So I guess it would start on December 2nd. So Job 1, only 4 weeks, right? I'll do a challenge group to start on December 2nd for coaches and preferred customers. And then I'll do a new challenge group in January that's going to be for everybody who decides to purchase it. I get leads from free groups. So I'm also running a free 3-day group at the end of this month that's going to be a funnel to go into my new challenge group that's starting on December 2nd. I think it's very important that you have a funnel system to get people not only from your accountability group into your challenge group, but from new customers coming into your challenge group from those free groups that you're offering. I create a unique theme in these challenge groups. Like I said, last month was a lot of Umbrella, then I changed it to a lot of Autumn. I used Canva to make it all streamlined. So I'll kind of create a cover photo and then I will copy that and resize it as a Facebook post. And then I will create my supplement log, my, my workout log so that people can post in there. I will also post every single month who is at the top of the leaderboard. So it keeps it really exciting. And people who have not been participating up until that point will be like, hey, I want to be on that leaderboard. So they start participating more and hopefully will be entered to win one of the prizes. I make this very private and exclusive. I say that many times on my social media every week. This is a private group. It's exclusive. I'm only taking 10 people. I'm only taking 12 people. There's only 3 spots left, right? It has to be somewhat of a FOMO thing for people to join. And I also post this in my accountability group, as well as email it to all of my customers every couple of weeks leading up to the challenge group. I offer a prize or an incentive, like I said, and I make sure that my marketing strategy aligns with this challenge. So I start talking about this challenge weeks ahead of time, kind of breadcrumbing in my stories and on my Facebook posts so that people know that this is coming. People know to expect it, right? And then I alternate new programs and old programs, right? So this month, like I said, I'm doing a lot of Autumn. She hasn't come out with a new program anytime soon, but she will be in January, right? So for my newer customers, I wanted them to get kind of familiar with Autumn because when she launches her new program, or actually I think it might be in March, the 4-week gut protocol. When she launches that new program, I want people to know who Autumn is. And if they're new to Beachbody, they might not have known who she is. So I'm focusing on her right now. And then next month will be Jennifer Jacobs. And then we'll have Autumn come out in the spring with her new program. So I alternate between old programs, like, doing a 10 rounds challenge or an MBF challenge or something like that, to a new program like Job 1 or 645, so that I'm including my current customers and gaining retention and trust for them and not constantly just pushing new programs on my repeat customers. If they're buying Shakeology and they're doing Recover or Energize or both, I want to make sure that I am providing value and engagement for them too, even if they decide not to do that brand new program that's coming out. So running the challenge group, you have to make sure that you dedicate time to manage it. Okay, so I go in there daily for 5 to 10 minutes and I comment on people's posts. I make sure that everything is running smoothly. I might put up a live video, I might put up a tip or a trick or something like that. You cannot just launch a challenge group on Facebook or BOD groups and just let it sit, right? Because it's just going to get stagnant. You got to go in there. You got to pump people up. You got to encourage your coaches to pump people up, comment on their posts, drop GIFs. I can never remember how to say that word, right? You got to make sure that you keep people engaged and keep people excited about the challenge. I do shout outs and recognition. Like I said, at least once a week, I'm posting that graphic that shows the leaderboard of who is, who's winning, who's going to win, and it's changing weekly. So it keeps things really exciting. And if you're wondering how I do that, I literally take out a piece of paper, I write down the people's names, and I just do ticks for how many comments they have on every single post. And yes, it does take a little while, probably about half an hour for me to put together those numbers, but I totally think it is worth it to spend that time once a week and really make sure that you're providing value to your challengers. I have, again, that workout completion post. I have engagement posts. We have supplement log posts, and that includes any kind of supplements that they're taking from Beachbody, those weekly leaderboard posts. And the live videos, what I do is I just kind of talk to them about their goals. I talk to them about nutrition. I try to keep them short, like 5 minutes or so. And I also go live in my accountability groups every once in a while, talking about the challenge groups so that people know what is going to, what is coming up and what might happen. At the end of the challenge, I shout out the winners. I send them a package in the mail with a note. I make sure that they feel really special and really appreciated for being so active in that challenge group. I give out those prizes. So I order the prizes, like I said, through my husband's account or my second CVC, so that I can gain that volume. And then I ship them to them, UPS or USPS or whatever. Then I go back through that challenge group and I kind of take a mental note of who has been really engaging in that challenge group. So who's really been on top of it, who's been commenting every single day and posting every single day. Maybe it's a new face that I haven't really seen very often. I have a couple of girls in my current challenge group that I'm like, you're a coach and you don't even know it, right? And those people in your challenge groups, and some of them are going to say no to you for years. I've had that happen to me. And then one day they're going to decide, you know what, I want to do this. I want to keep going. So recruiting coaches from these challenge groups and accountability groups is super important. And then you start inviting them to your next challenge, right? So we're going to end our current challenge group on Sunday. I will post who has won the challenge on Monday. And then I'm going to do my free group on Friday after Thanksgiving. And then I start my next new challenge group the week after that, right? So it's kind of streamlined, right? It goes from free group to challenge group. And then when they're done with that challenge, they have a choice. They can go to accountability group or challenge group. They can go to either one that they want to, and it still allows them that support that they need. And then I invite them to, again, the accountability group if they don't want to join the next challenge, so they have somewhere to go. If they decide that they don't want to do a new program like Job One, if I reach out to them, they're watching my stories, they're liking on my posts, and they're just like, I don't really want to invest in Job One, I'll ask them for referrals. I'll say, hey, well, if you don't want to do this, do you know anybody who could fit 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week into their day? Reach out to me, let me know, because I would love for them to join my challenge group. And so far, I've gotten several referrals from my current customers that I've, kind of turned into challenge back sales or, completion pack sales or whatever it may be, or even just, recruiting coaches and customers from people who they don't know their current coaches. And they're like, hey, I want to go with you just because you're running such an amazing challenge group. And I think that's very important. Okay, so again, my personal plan for the end of this month is I have that free group going on. I will do a flash sale. I typically do a flash sale at the end of a free group. So this is just a 3-day group. Monday and Tuesday of next week will be $20 off cashback incentive. I'm going to plug people into that Fit Wars challenge. And then I'm going to have another free group in the end of December that's going to plug people into the new group that's happening in the spring. The Job One challenge on December 20th, that's going to be my second group, and then again on January 3rd. So I kind of take my calendar out and I plan all of this about 2 to 3 months in advance so that I have a really easy way of, first of all, always having somewhere to invite people to. That's super important. If you're just kind of randomly going out there and saying, hey, you want to try a sample workout, but you don't have anywhere exciting and fun to plug them in, then it's not really going to incentivize them to say yes right now. Again, that FOMO, making sure that there's kind of that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, this is going to happen now. Like, this is happening right now. And if you don't join, you're going to miss the boat, right? So it's very important. Okay, that's all that I have. Feel free, let me stop recording.